Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So the next topic which we are going to study is circulatory system. Our circulatory system is made up of our heart, blood and blood vessels, and all these three things made our circulatory system. It's been 2000 years ago when a Greek philosopher said that our heart makes our blood, and this theory remained accepted until 1600s. And in 1600, another scientist called William Harvey realized that he actually watched an animal heart beating, and then he realized that the new blood cannot be generated so fast and so quick. So he gave a new theory that the blood that is once generated inside our body remains circulated in our body again and again. The same blood keeps going inside our body again and again. But after some years, Assyrian manuscripts were translated into European language, that means English language, and then European realized that before Harvey gave that explanation, a Muslim scientist known as Ibn al-Nafs. Ibn al-Nafs has already gave that idea 350 years before. So let us discuss our heart. Our heart is made up of a muscle, and we all know that it beats and the muscles contracts and then relax, and each heartbeat pumps blood through every part of our body. Our heart beats around 1 lakh times per day, and one thing that you people don't know is our heart acts as a double pump. It has two separate sides. One side of the heart gives blood to our different parts of our body, and the other part gives blood to our lungs. And then the other parts of the other part of the heart gives blood to all the parts of our body. And how these blood travel through our body? These blood travel through our body through special tubes known as arteries and veins. The blood leave the heart through arteries and come back towards the heart by veins. So each artery has a couple of vein, like each artery and vein has a network of tubes known as capillaries, and these capillaries has very thin walls, and these capillaries help the blood to let substance in and out inside our blood. Now let me explain what happens inside when our heart pumps blood. As I have already told you that our heart works as a double pump. So when our hearts give the blood to our lungs, the lungs inject the fresh oxygen inside our blood, and then heart pump the same blood with the fresh oxygen through the arteries towards our body. And then this blood circulates through all our arteries and then veins and then capillaries. Our body takes in the fresh oxygen and gives out the carbon dioxide towards this blood, and then blood's carrying the stale carbon dioxide through the veins towards our heart, and the same side, and blood again send the stale blood towards our lungs, and the lungs again do the same thing, and the cycle goes on. Our body needs energy to stay alive, and energy cannot be stored. We release it when we use the chemical reaction, and that is known as respiration. As I have already explained respiration before, and the respiration need glucose and oxygen. So the blood collects while traveling through our body. The blood collects glucose from the small intestine by the means of capillaries, and it delivers the essential supply to every part of our body and takes oxygen from our lungs. As I have already explained, it takes oxygen from our lungs, it collects glucose from our small intestine, then it delivers the essential supplies to every part of our body, and then it again travels through our veins towards the heart, and the cycle goes on. So this is the way how our body get energy through the blood. The most common disease of heart is a heart attack, and there are so many reasons of a heart attack. Almost 1 in 8 deaths worldwide are because of heart attack, and these are very common. So the main reason behind the heart attack is, there are so many reasons, but usually what happens in our heart, that our arteries or veins get blocked and the heart could not get the energy what it wants to pump the blood, and that is the reason when did not get the same amount of energy it wants, it get dead, and that is the reason, or maybe it stops working for a while, and that is the reason of a heart attack. As there are so many parts of our body, so many systems, so many organs inside our body, so there are so many scientists also who are constantly studying about the different parts of our body or different organs of our body, and each scientist had their specified name given to them. For example, we have a sports scientist, and what sports scientists do is it measures how a person or how an athlete can run. It measures their heartbeat and the different parts and different organs of our body, how these different organs of an athlete work during the different activities, and they design a special exercise for these athletes also, so that their performance can be enhanced or increased. And they also introduce such medicines so that they can avoid injuries. Now let me discuss about neuroscientists. What a neuroscientist do is, it studies about our nerve system and our brain. It studies about our mental health, and develops new ideas that how our nervous system works, how the diseases of our nervous system and the brain can be cured, and it takes care of our mental illness. And they also produce medicines for the patient with problems like memory loss and depression and so on. Another is prosthetic limb developer. It's prosthetic limb developer. Before studying about the prosthetic limb developer, let me explain you what basically a prosthetic limb is. For example, if a person met with an accident, and in that case he loses his hands or maybe his legs, so in this case we attach a prosthetic limb with their body. A prosthetic limb is consist of different metallic wires and other parts. So, and what a prosthetic limb developer do is, they design these prosthetic limb according to the requirement of a person. These prosthetic limb can be attached, the wires can be attached to our nervous system, so that a person who has a prosthetic hand or a prosthetic leg can also control them, and they can even feel what they are touching. Another one is hematologist. Most of the time our body reacts in a very unusual way, and a doctor cannot get the idea that what happening inside our body. In this case, the doctor recommends a blood test. We go to the lab and have a blood test. What happens during a blood test is, a hematologist assess or examine our blood, and they study that how our blood, the way our blood changes when we are ill, and give a complete report to the doctor, and then doctor realizes that okay, what happened inside our body, and then prescribes the medicine according to that blood report. A dietitian, as we already know, it comes from our word diet. A dietitian study the connection between what we eat and our health. For example, if a person has a diabetes, then a dietitian asks them to have a particular amount of food, and they give the time that when they can have a particular food and so on, so that it will give a proper so that these food can help them to cure their disease, and they can improve their health and fitness. So many diseases and illness can be cured by eating the right amount of food and the right food. And these foods, the right amount and the what food should we eat, these foods can be prescribed by a proper nutritionist, or you can say a dietitian.